Greetings, Commanders! Alright, this is not a rant channel. We don't do rants. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there that just like to say controversial things and say negative things and always try to dog on the subject they're a part of. And I don't want to be that kind of channel, right? I've always tried to be like uplifting and positive and try to point out the good things because at the end of the day, this is just fun. This is just entertainment. This is just a game we play. This isn't about politics or racial issues or government problems. This is just what we do for fun. So it doesn't need to be negative all the time. However, last week I did post a somewhat negative video about nerfing Rogers and the current state of the meta because we need a change. If you look at my old stuff, you'll see I do talk a lot about just how the game and the devs are always giving us new content, how it's always evolving and changing, and how the meta is always being rediscovered. But that was over a year ago, and in the last year, really since Tier 11, like once we figured out Tier 11, not much happened. Tier 12 came and we were like, all right, what's different about Tier 12? Okay, you can't sweep it because they have that new tear space ability, and oh my god, is it expensive, and oh my god, is it powerful, and the stats are crazy, so even ignore tier suppression builds kind of got pushed out. So the free-to-play, middle-of-the-road players with just Tier 9, Tier 10 got totally displaced. We can't compete with Tier 11 and Tier 12. And going into Season 7, the new Galactic Battle, which is what this video is about, what do we expect from Season 7? Well, we got a new piece of news today, and it says, Galactic Campaign Season 7 is about to begin. The points rules for Times Galactic Battles preseason has been slightly adjusted. Okay, sounds like something big's changing. No, they changed that strongholds, let's see, only the winning side with more remaining strongholds or has successfully knocked out the opponent can receive an extra point. So instead of the loser getting a point for taking an enemy base, because when you used to win the Galactic Battle, you'd get 10 points for winning and 5 points for losing, and that would be the determining factor on how you matched up the next week against the next opponent. So the number 1 and the number 2 fight, and what you want to do is get a win so you keep getting ranked higher and higher and higher, so when the playoffs come around, you get seeded. Well, now the rules are saying that only the winner can get the extra point. So normally you'll get 10 points by just winning on points, but if you go take a stronghold, not only do you get the 10 points, you get a +1. If you take 2 strongholds and a base, it's still just +1. But your opponent can no longer get their 5 +1. So it was really just a way to punish teams that were like making agreements not to fight and just saying, hey, you take a stronghold, but we'll give you the, we'll take the win. You give us the win, and we'll give you a stronghold. That way you get an extra point, so that helps you in the rankings. And a lot of players were doing that last season. It wasn't a big deal. I didn't make a video on it because it was just like, honestly, Galactic Battle gotten kind of stale at that point. So it was just another way for players to interact and communicate and all that. So, but now they've taken that away. This is why you see teams here with 5 and 10 from today's Galactic Battles and yesterday's Galactic Battles, but then some 11. So these guys that have the 10, they won on points and they never took a base is basically what happened. So these two guilds here, USG and ROI. So the reason I prefaced this video is because going into it, I know it's going to come off negative, and I don't want to portray it like that, but I have good reason to be upset. A couple weeks ago, I made a video because the developers were asking, hey, what should we do with this quest thing? Remember there was a, God, what was it? Was it leaderboard? No, where is it? They were asking for advice on what they should do with the Galactic Battle tournament. And is it, God, it's so hard to find. I never look at it. Is it male, guild, more? It's got to be one of these. It's amazing how much I play this game and I haven't memorized where everything is. It's not in mail. It's not in more. Where is it? The daily quests. Quests. Daily reward. Oh my goodness. Well, this is turning into a mess. Okay. What the hell's going on? Maybe it's up here? Yes! There we go. God, there's a wasted 30 seconds. So hard to find. There's the individual event, which is the normal quest. There's a guild event, which is the guild quest. And then there's the ultimate boss, which occurs on the weekend from Friday night to Sunday night. And then this world event, which used to be something before the game went full launch. It used to be a different way to go on other people's servers and fight them, but I don't know if it was a resource thing or just an issue with balancing. They took it away, but then they put out this piece of news and they said, hey, we want your ideas, and we'll give you 100 gold or 1,000 gold just for submitting your idea. So I made a video and said, hey guys, you know, suggest a bullet skin or whatever you'd like to see in the game. Here we are 2 weeks later, we get this new piece of news, and it straight up just says, oh, we're changing Galactic Battle Season 7. I'm like, awesome! Are we going to get Tier 1s worth 0 points so that people that have walkers and airship can use their commanders for 0 points like infantry commanders can do with rangers now? Nope. Are they taking away the passive point regeneration so that Zerg guilds don't just sit in there and go AFK? Nope. Are they changing the time requirements to speed up healing your troops so you don't have to spend years and years healing, you know, 1 million leadership commanders? Nope. They didn't add anything for the free-to-play, middle-of-the-road players, and they've basically just punished guilds from communicating and trying to get that extra point. Like diplomacy's not part of the game. Like, okay, I get it. Maybe enough people complained that they weren't having battles because their leaders were just negotiating instead of, you know, negotiating a loss. All right, fine, that's not the spirit of it. But of all the things to make a change and where to allocate your programmers and your engineers, you put them into changing a feature you just added last season anyway? I mean, the game just has a lot more important things to worry about right now, and maybe 2 weeks is too short to expect a major change from the developers, but it's just kind of bothering me. I kind of wanted to throw it out there. I don't want to ignore it. I want to know what you guys think about it too, because I've really tried to not like push the developers too hard with our English community, our foreign community, but I am starting to get a little concerned because, like I said, 6 months ago, when Tier 11 got figured out and Tier 12 was launched, there was like this turnoff in the meta. Like, everyone kind of just figured their place. We can go to Galactic Battle. We know exactly what we can do now. We're 7 seasons in. It's not like Season 1 and Season 2 we didn't know the rules or how to play the game. We're 7 seasons in. We need some real diversity in choices and how to PvP. And that means allowing us to use Tier 1, getting away from the punishment of using speed-ups for healing troops. I mean, dude, if they're going to let us go into the millions and millions of leaderships, they need to have us a way to heal our troops faster if that's an essential part of fighting and playing this game. I don't know. What else would you guys like to see? What else should we see? Because I know what this is going to turn into. I know this is going to turn into me sending an email about a suggestion for needed changes. So here's needed change number 1. All Tier 1 is worth 0 points. You agree with that? Great. If not, let me know why. Comments below. Second, healing speed should be reduced tenfold. Fine, have some punishment for having to heal troops, but reduce it by 10 times as much. It's not like we're getting that many speed ups. And it really encourages people to play and try their armies and try configurations. And I think that would help. Reduce healing time by 10 times as much, and Tier 1 worth 0 points. Those are my suggestions for Season 7. That's what I would like to see change, because that would bring a whole lot more players into it. And it would just be a lot of fun. We want to play the game. We want to log in. These accounts are so old. It's hard to have a battle full March. It's hard to you can't risk your full leadership because you lose weeks and weeks of Rangers if you want to just rebuild Rangers if you just get hit or something. So it's getting ridiculous. The healing time needs to be fixed. And yeah, I don't know. We need some changes, right? So let's stop. This video doesn't need to be any longer. Help me out with the video in the comments below. 1, do you agree with Tier 1 being worth points or no? If not, tell me why. 2, speeding up healing times for troops that die. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Is 10 times enough? Should it be 100? 3, what ideas do you have? One idea. Think of one idea you have that would make Galactic Battle better. Maybe we had different arenas. Maybe as soon as the game starts, every hour a little semi-buff changes. You know, infantry is increased, 10% damage, or maybe it should be more, double damage. I don't know. Should we have buffs to the game? Is that something that's difficult to program? But this is not 7 Pirates asking for help. This is Melt asking for help, saying, guys, if we want to make our game better, I think they're going to need our help, because they don't play it like we play our game. They don't know it like we know our game, and they don't know what keeps us logging in. And the content and the diversity of play has dried up. We need something different. So let's get some good suggestions. Let me know what you think. If you're in the Station 22 group for all the advanced players with level 22 hull, you could put your comments in there. But I prefer everyone just use YouTube. YouTube, the algorithm helps, more viewers see it, and then 7 Pirates will see it as well if it's all just blasted. If this video gets enough attention, we can go through the comment thread and source that as well for or helping push the cause, because, I don't know, I think we need a change. I hate to be the negative guy. I hate to do that negative style video, but I'm just sitting here wanting to play the game, and I'm just thinking, man, this news sucks. There's no Galactic Battle for another 9 hours. There's not really much for me to do on my server. Everything is super high risk. I'm just sitting here looking at my art going, man, it was so fun when I was level like 13 and everything was new, and I didn't risk everything by just attacking everyone around me. So Galactic Battle is where the action's supposed to happen, and even that's kind of stale. So alright, enough of negative Nancy's sad rant video, but I think it's time for a change. It's time to push some ideas, really good ideas, and hope the developers listen. And I don't know what their vision is and where they want to go with it, but this current vision they have isn't helping. My name is Melt. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.